Let's get some celebrity sleaze now with Fram.
The Exorcist Believer took possession of the box office, $27.2 million. But they're saying that was a disappointment, Barnes, because two companies paid $400 million in 2021 for the rights to a new trilogy.
But didn't the budget was only right at $30 million, so they almost recouped in the first weekend, which isn't so bad.
They moved it up a week because of Taylor Swift and her release, which I thought was interesting. And
kind of the same movie.
Yeah, The Exorcist.
And the Eras tour. Yeah,
you mean
exactly.
with a lot of screaming?
Same thing.
Nobody had any idea what was about to happen, though, in The Exorcist. Did you hear about the huge cameo?
Nope. Not many people in my circles were talking about The Exorcist.
Near the end of the film, Linda Blair returns as Regan McNeil, alongside with her mother in the franchise, played by Ellen Burstyn. Yeah, that was a huge surprise. The director said, I wanted to keep it as a surprise as well to the entire cast. So he didn't even put her name anywhere because, they release a lot of the scripts and stuff. Her name wasn't anywhere. He didn't add her to the call sheet. Her code name was Bartholomew. So people were really shocked. Celebrity chef Michael Chiarello died at the age of 61. Former network star, renowned chef. Really sad, too. He died in a Napa hospital after being treated for acute allergic reaction.
What the hell?
That's insane. He was also the founder of Chiarello Family Vineyards.
Did they say what he was allergic to?
It didn't say that, but it turned into
awful.
Shock in the hospital. He was in the hospital, I guess, for over a week.
Ooh.
I mean, he was on Bravo's Top Chef Masters. Yeah, it's just really sad. Only 61 years old. Had a lot of famous restaurants. I hate hearing stuff like that because you start thinking about just the smallest thing can kill you.
Yeah, that's really sad.
I thought this was kind of interesting. You ever think about somebody like Arnold Schwarzenegger looking in the mirror at himself and going, yeah, you suck? Well, he was talking about his body image because he's aging. He's 76. He opened up about all of this to Howard Stern and the realities of aging, kind of also about reflecting on his past. Check this out.
But most of the people are not really, never have been in shape. So what does it mean getting out of shape? They've always looked at the body. So therefore it gets as time goes on. It's just when you have been hailed for years as this supreme body, and you have the definition, and you see the veins coming down your abs, and you see veins on top of your chest.
You were Superman.
I know, you see all of this stuff. And now you cut, and you roll the clock forward 50 years, and now you're standing there, and you don't see that anymore. So that's kind of like, wow. I never, ever thought about that when I was 30 years old or 40 years old, that this is going to happen. That, one time we're going to look at this body, and it still looks better than the majority of bodies, but I mean, it just sucks.
You have to accept your humanity. It's hard, right? When you were Superman
Absolutely.
At one point.
I like how he has to troll us, meaning the rest of the world, that no one has a good body.
Yeah,
but
I still
just
look
in
good.
case. Yeah, I don't picture him as 76 though either.
No, I watched that Netflix series, and it was actually really cute, and he looks great. Speaking of aging and stuff, and Chris Hemsworth is only 40, he's opened up about the lifestyle changes he's made since discovering he has a higher risk of Alzheimer's. Yeah, in 2022, the National Geographic documentary series Limitless, he was seen discovering that he has 2 copies of the gene, which may, 8 to 10 more times likely to develop the disease.
Wow.
You're constantly thinking you're going to live forever, especially as a young individual. So now he's just talking about how he's doing more cardio, prioritizing sleep, incorporating alone time into his life. Finding that out how scary is that?
Can you imagine how you feel when you get that information? You're 10 times more likely to get Alzheimer's, and you just sit there in shock. Here's this
You would
young
do anything
strapping.
you could do.
Yeah, this young strapping dude.
I love this reunion. Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Seyfried, and Lacey Chabert reportedly filmed a Mean Girls commercial together. Yeah, they were spotted shooting a commercial on a football field dressed in pink, a nod to their characters from the movie.
So here's the clue. Can you put that all together?
Well, here's the thing. Next year's the 20th anniversary of the movie, and it was recently October 3rd, a date that has a joking significance in the script. Well, next year, Mean Girls, the musical movie, is set to hit theaters. An adaptation of the musical of the movie, the new movie and the original. You know they were penned by Tina Fey, right?
No.
Yeah, she'll be reprising her role as Ms. Norbury in the adaptation. And they were asking Amanda Seyfried, would you make an appearance? And she's like, I'm 100% into it. It's been a long legacy for Mean Girls, and I think we all kind of just need to hang.
Well, we'll see that in the Super Bowl, obviously.
Love that reunion. I guess big news for NFL fans over the weekend. Taylor Swift did not attend the Chiefs game. Wow.
Sales are down.
Comedian John Oliver ran a montage of news anchors around the country explaining their insane conspiracy theories that have to do with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's new relationship. This is crazy.
It is funny how you put newscasters in anything like that and you start getting all these random. Jimmy Kimmel's great at stringing that stuff together also. This is pretty funny.
Okay, the big question is, are Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce dating?
It just makes you think, is there something else going on?
Is anything really a coincidence these days? Is there anything accidental? There's a conspiracy involved here.
This is all a cover-up to conceal Taylor's true boyfriend, who she wants to keep private.
We're getting ready for Taylor Swift's 1989 re-release. The theme for this album is the color red. Travis Kelce plays for the Chiefs. They are a big red team. He was also born in 1989. This is just a promotional tool, Travis.
It rose all the way to the White House, though. The White House press secretary was even asked about the potential romance.
Does President Biden think it's real?
In the vernacular of the National Security Council, I can neither confirm or deny those reports.
Man, we have never seen anything like this. Name one celebrity in the past that has had this much hype. Can you?
Well, it's because she actually affects the economy.
I'm saying, can you name one celebrity in the past 30 years?
No, I
don't know.
I was thinking about that the other day. Do you think Madonna came close to that sort of hysteria?
No, I don't think so.
The Beatles? This is
Maybe.
crazy.
I wasn't, doing my thing back then, so I don't know, but I would think that might be a good guess.
It's such hysteria. We'll see what happens next week. Shaquille O'Neal did it for his mama over the weekend. He hosted his third annual event. It's called The Event, to raise money for the Shaquille O'Neal Foundation. During this live auction, Barnes, part of the event, he paid $20,000 so that his mom, Lucille, could sit at a single table on stage for a concert that included Jennifer Hudson, Dana Shea, John Legend, and Anderson .Paak. How sweet is that?
Well, $20,000, all respect, is what, a piece of, string in our, in his pockets compared to us?
Yeah, I know. I did go on to read the article, though, and he spent another $70,000 as well. But still, for him, $100,000, yeah.
That's a little different than 20, but yeah.
I saw this on TikTok. There's something quirky about this. Martin Scorsese, I mean, come on, one of the greatest directors and filmmakers of all time, on TikTok with his daughter. Yes, his daughter is on TikTok. She looks like she's 14, Francesca. She had her dad define pop slang to see if he understood what these words meant. You just have to listen to a couple of seconds of this. It's hysterical.
Well, if you tuned into this and had no context about what you just said, I don't know that you could identify what is happening here. It sounds like, I know it's Martin Scorsese and his daughter or his granddaughter?
It says it's his daughter, Francesca.
But this sounds like two 14-year-old girls at, recess. It's the weirdest sounding conversation ever. This is Martin Scorsese.
I'm going to spill the tea. And that means you're gonna tell all you know. Yeah, okay. Ick. He clapped when the plane landed, and that gave me the ick. You were thoroughly, repulsed by it. Okay, good. Sneaky link. I would not tell you about my CK links. These are personal, peccadillos that you may have. Sure.
I don't know. That is just the most bizarre thing ever.
What the hell is happening there?
It sounds sped up, but when I saw it on TikTok, it wasn't.
It sounds like two Martians talking.
It does on TikTok. Francesca, if you look it up and just go like Martin Scorsese's daughter.
And
she's 23 and he's 80.
Oh, she's not 14. She's 23. This story is so all over the place.
She's asking him about slang words.
Got it.
Which is super funny.
I don't know why they sped it up, but it's really strange. I liked it, though. Kind of weird.
Hey, to get ready for Saturday's game versus Kentucky, UGA football head coach Kirby Smart showed wrecking ball videos to his players, which led to this really funny exchange in the post-game press room.
This is great when Gen Z collides with Gen X or maybe Boomer. I don't know how old Kirby is, but this sounds like right out of the backwoods of Georgia.
Force equals mass times acceleration. So we wanted a lot of mass. What is a lot of mass? More hats. What is acceleration? More speed. And we wanted that going into them, and we wanted to do it connected. Like, we wanted to be connected in our physicality, and we showed videos of a wrecking ball. It was just a big ball hitting a building. I mean, it was knocking it down, and each week, each day in the meeting, it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and we wanted to be the wrecking ball.
I want to go back on that wrecking ball that you were talking about. Like, in my head, I'm envisioning Miley Cyrus, but what are you, is it like an actual wrecking ball?
I don't know who Miley Cyrus is. Like, what does she have to do with a wrecking ball?
Well, she has a song called Wrecking Ball.
Huh?
You never heard of
like a wrecking ball? I know Eric Church wrecking ball.
So were you showing videos of like, what specifically, is it a wrecking ball going into a wall or certain plays or things like that? Like, what were you?
Force equals mass times acceleration.
Hey, Kirby, did you mean like Miley's video wrecking ball? Is
I
that
don't
what you
understand,
showed?
like, but he is 47. How do you not know who Miley Cyrus is? I mean, come on.
Fram, he's a football coach of the #1 program in the country. He doesn't care about Miley.
I know. It just, I don't know.
That's just funny, though, that she so seriously said that.
I love when these worlds collide. Pink and Alanis Morissette are here to remind you they're still at the top of their game. You know, Pink is on this massive tour, and she started singing You Oughta Know at SoFi Stadium. And guess who walked out? Alanis Morissette. The crowd went crazy. Alanis is showing up everywhere. I love it.
I love these when the surprises happen like that.
Yes.
One happened, I don't know if you watched any of ACL on Hulu over the weekend.
I do.
In Austin.
Yes.
And Foo Fighters on stage. And the one side of the whole, I mean, we're talking about a huge piece of earth where the festival goes on. Foo Fighters headlining on one side, Shania Twain headlining on the other side.
Saw it. Yeah.
So two complete different worlds. Shania finishes, she gets on a golf cart, goes through the crowd with this electric red wig on, shows up on stage with the Foos.
I'm kind of seeing a future collab. I saw her post photos with them on Instagram. She was freaking out, and then they were freaking out.
Yeah. She was screaming right there with Grohl. I mean,
I love that. I'm glad you watched that. I watched that over the weekend, too.
I wish Hulu would keep it on. I guess because of the music rights, maybe they can't.
That's the problem with a lot of times with the music rights, and it might still be up there, but probably not for long.
Yeah.
And that is your Celebrity Sleaze.